Welcome to Sweetheart Survivals. I'm Charlotte.
I'm Justin.
What's on our table today?
King of Tokyo.
King of Tokyo. It is the 2 to 6 player game for ages 8 and up.
Mm-hmm.
It can take you about 30 minutes.
Yep.
And it is published by Yellow Games.
Yeah.
And also, because all of our things that we have for the game is all just in one box, and we didn't separate anything, we could also maybe be talking about the King of Tokyo Power Up Expansion 1, which in this little teeny tiny box comes one Panda Kai monster board, one cardboard figure and a plastic stand, 57 evolution cards, 7 counters, and 1 rule booklet.
Yep.
And also we have the King of Tokyo Halloween Collector Pack 1. So in this box, you might see components that could be, well, the rules booklet, 16 evolution cards, Pumpkin Jack, Boogie Woogie monster boards, 2 cardboard figures and 2 plastic stands, 1 set of Halloween dice, they are orange, 2 costume cards, and a mysterious promo card, which was, actually we should show it off, a King of New York card entitled 55 Central Park West.
Dun dun dun. So. Nice.
So those are what we have.
Yep.
And what this video is going to be is a kind of setup and overview of King of Tokyo.
Links up here for the full playthrough and the review.
View to follow, yeah.
Yep.
So we can switch the cameras around and see what comes in the box. Let's see. Ooh! You get the game board.
Game board.
Here's all the monster boards they were talking about.
Yep.
And like I said, we have them all mixed up.
We have all the kind of cardboard stands for all the monsters.
And all the plastic stands that come with them.
There you go.
The big bag of dice, both kinds.
Energy.
Energon is what we call it, but technically it's energy cubes.
Yep. These are all the power-up costume cards from the game and the expansions.
Yeah, and these were the counters. They had it in quotation marks for some reason. I don't know why. I just did that.
Yep.
And then these are the evolution cards, right?
That is correct. And each of the monsters has its own evolution card.
Right. And then there's a rulebook, of course, in case we need to reference it.
It's true.
So, if we were to set up the game, it would be pretty much this, and choose your monster.
Yep. Who would you like to be?
The pink bunny, of course.
Of course. Cyber Bunny for you.
Thanks. I'm going to put my stars at 0 and my hearts at 10.
There you go. Cyber Bunny figure. And who am I going to be? I am usually Pumpkin Jack.
There you go.
He is the coolest. And there's my figure. Stars at 0. Health at 10. I get asked this a lot. If you start at 10, how come health goes up to 12? There are certain power-up cards that will allow you to go to higher health, but you start off at 10. Right on.
There, and if you're playing with the evolution cards, you have to separate them out for each of your characters.
Yep.
Which I can do that if you want to talk about...
The other stuff?
Yeah, what's the game about?
King of Tokyo, you are a great big monster, and you are thrashing Tokyo and trying to become the king of the monsters. So, in order to win the game, you need to get 20 stars, or 20 points, or, and this happens much more often, be the last monster standing. Everyone starts off with no stars, 10 health. You take this deck of cards here and you shuffle them up. And this includes all the power-up cards from the expansions as well as the base game. And then you get 3 of them out on the board. And where can I get that? 3 of them out on the board. Just get rid of all this stuff.
You just move this up a little bit.
Yeah, true.
And I'll keep my thing over here.
Do that so they can see them better. Ooh, that's much better.
Well, usually we do that when they die.
I know, but we'll do that until they actually go into Tokyo.
Okay.
So you get 3 cards. There you go. There's another one. And there's another one.
Pumpkin Jack.
And then this is here.
Oh, here's another one. Oh no, that's Boogie Woogie.
And then each character has its own set of evolution cards, which isn't in the base game. This comes from one of the expansions. So you shuffle those up.
From the Power Up expansion.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to give you those over there.
There we go. And
if you hear any weird noises in the background, I just want to say it's our cats. They are acting up.
Yep.
So as long as they're not on the table, we're just going to try to ignore them.
That's right. And then you get all the tokens. And the tokens are, there's a whole bunch of different things that happen from power cards, so sometimes you need tokens for that.
I'm just going to dump these. It's going to make a big noise.
Awesome. Big chunky die noise. Woo!
So you can play with the orange ones.
Okay.
These are special ones. Sometimes you get them. I'll play with the black ones.
Yeah. So the black and green dice come with the base game. These orange and black dice come in the Halloween expansion. These come in the base game, and they are in case you get some power-up cards that will give you that. And there we go. And that's how you set up King of Tokyo.
Right. So how do you play?
What you do is the first player takes their dice, and they roll them. Just like that. Then the player looks at what they have, decides what they want to keep, and can take any of their dice, and they roll them again. And they can decide what they want to keep, and then they can roll a third time.
Look at that. So, how the points work, if you get 3 of the same number, you get that many points. You get 3 points.
Yep.
If you get 3 threes. 3 twos is 2.
Yep.
3 ones is 1 point.
Yeah. And if I were to roll a 4th 3, that gives me 1 extra point on top of that. So that would be a total of 4 points.
Right.
Yep.
But it was a heart, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a heart.
So hearts, if you're wounded, you can consume them and gain 1 health back.
As long as you're not in Tokyo.
Tokyo, right, because you can't heal in Tokyo.
That's right.
You're too busy, I guess.
Yeah. You're too busy
touring the town.
Fending off the military.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the energy is he would gain 2 energy cubes, which is the currency of the game.
Yep.
So you use the energy to buy the cards, and sometimes the cards will allow you to use energy for other things as well.
Yep. And if you want to, you can spend energy to wipe the cards clean and put another 3 out, and it costs you 2 energy to do that.
Yep.
Excellent. Yep.
And then there's one more side of the dice, and it's the claw.
The claws.
Or sometimes we may refer to it as the fisticuff.
The fisticuffs. There you go.
So what that does is it attacks the players. If you're in Tokyo, it will attack all the other players playing.
Yep.
So whether you're playing just with 2 or 6.
Yep. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And if you're outside of the city, then you're attacking the person in Tokyo.
Right. And if you're playing with 5 or 6 players, then Tokyo Bay opens up as well. And therefore, if you're in Tokyo or Tokyo Bay, the attacks hit all the monsters off the board. And if you're off the board, your attacks hit all the monsters that are on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now the trick is, the first person to roll one of these has to go into Tokyo City. Then the only way to get out of Tokyo City is to be hit by an attack from somebody outside. And at that point you can decide, am I going to stay in Tokyo City or am I going to leave? And if you leave, they have to go inside. Getting into Tokyo City gives you a point. Managing to stay in Tokyo City for an entire round, so it comes back to your turn, gives you 2 extra points. But again, you can't heal while you're in Tokyo City.
Right.
Once you get the expansions, the other thing you can do is if you roll 3 hearts, you still can heal 3 health if you're not in Tokyo City, but you can also evolve, and that allows you to take one of your evolution cards and flip it over and you get that. So it's kind of like extra power cards very specific to the monster, which is kind of cool because without those evolution cards, the monsters, they look cool, but there's no difference between them. So these give you very specific powers.
Right.
And that is how you play
Tokyo City.
Aw.
Hey! I haven't even done the playthrough yet.
I know. I'm already getting all
into
monstery.
the game.
Yep.
So, I think that's everything about the overview.
Yep.
So we can probably go right on into the playthrough.
Right on.
Yeah, so thanks for watching.
Thanks.
We'll see you in the next video.
Laters.